Do you remember growing up with ridiculous superstitions, such as wishing on wishbones and carrying around a rabbit's foot to bring you good luck? Well, imagine living your life revolving around these superstitions, where every hour you had to throw salt behind your shoulder and you only ate long noodles in order to live longer. As crazy as it may sound, I had to live that life for 9 months during my pregnancy and 1 month after giving birth. Not the throwing of salt, of course. What a mess that would make. Besides avoiding the typical foods that a pregnant woman should avoid, such as raw meats, raw vegetables, unpasteurized cheese, and mercury-infested seafood, I also had to avoid many other foods and activities due to my Chinese culture. In order to be considered healthy, your body needs a balance between yin and yang. Food, as well as everything else in life, is categorized into one of these two groups. Yin foods, or cold foods, are known to cool the body. Yang foods, or hot foods, are known to increase the body temperature. During pregnancy, this delicate balance between yin and yang is thrown off, and certain foods extreme in their properties are prohibited, such as papaya, watermelon, eggplant, spicy foods, rabbit meat, and crabs. By eating too much of these potent yin foods, it can lead to miscarriages and early birth, while eating too much strong yang foods will cause the child to be born with rashes and acne. Preserved foods, such as olives and pickled vegetables, are also avoided because the preservatives might give the child cancer. Yet there are certain foods that are considered a necessary part of a pregnant woman's diet, including tilapia, hard-boiled eggs, silky chicken, pigeon, oxtail, fresh fruits and vegetables, and wolfberries, all of which are believed to increase the development and growth of the fetus. The fresher the item, the better, and most of my items came from fresh local markets and a live poultry store, KK. The Chinese believe that white clear skin is the epitome of beauty. Thus, to prevent children from being born with dark skin, it is best to avoid all foods that are dark in color, while consuming foods that are white. That means no coffee, no soy sauce, and absolutely no chocolate for 9 whole months, while consuming tofu, skim milk, and soybean milk every day. However, I still don't know why silky chicken wasn't prohibited, since itself is dark in every aspect. But what really made me mad was that I wasn't allowed to cook any of it, much less pick up a knife. The reason being is that by being near sharp objects, not even touching them, but just simply being in the proximity of such an object, I could have harmed my children in the womb. Thus, the cooking and the cleaning fell into the hands of my husband, who worked very hard in those 9 months. Sure, being catered to might sound relaxing, but after a few months of sitting around with nothing to do, you might become bored and even agitated. But the worst part was still to come when my children popped into the world. Postpartum care. Even though this only lasted for 1 month, it was the worst month of my life. Literally. It is believed that after giving birth, the woman's body is drained of her yin and is vulnerable to the cold and wind. As a result, in the middle of May, I was confined to my small 1-room apartment wearing only long-sleeve shirts and sweatpants, while consuming foods rich in yang and avoiding all of the yin foods. No air conditioning, no fans, handheld or electric, nothing. I had to eat 6 small meals every 24 hours, even if it meant waking up in the middle of the night. Some of my meals included silky wolfberry soup with vermicelli noodles and lots of cooking wine, rabbit meat soaked in Chinese red wine over sweet rice, or sweet rice porridge with brown sugar and 1 fried egg on top. All these foods are cooked piping hot every time. And if I was thirsty, the only beverage I could have was hot water mixed with brown sugar. Yummy. These foods are high in yang and are meant to accelerate the healing and weight loss process. Another taboo is being in contact with water, especially cold water, since it might cause joint pain and arthritis later in life. And you know what that means. No shower or bath. Yup, despite sweat dripping down my chin every time I ate my meals, I wasn't allowed to clean myself until my sentence was over. I couldn't even brush my yellow cake teeth for fear of them falling out later in life. I was one miserable person. But the days flew by quickly, and when the clock struck midnight on my last day of confinement, I was a free woman once again. For the next few days, I would vigorously scrub my teeth every hour, and I took hour-long showers to try to remove the grimy buildup of sweat. And I binged on the iced tea that I had missed for so long. I felt renewed, and I was ready to take on the world, or at least my kids. Despite the torture, I lost all of the weight that I had gained, and it gave me the strength to return to my normal duties. I returned to my normal old self, yet it created a new me that made me appreciate my culture. Whether or not these traditional Chinese customs have truly prevented my future development of arthritis and joint pain, well, I'll let you know.